Okay, we're starting the stream now. Michael, how are you?
Hey, man, I'm great.
I can't tell you.
Yesterday.
What feels like yesterday?
This feels like yesterday. Being
Does it?
back in this seat. Last year we did a whole magic show for in homage to Halloween, and it really feels like it just happened yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually just talking with JoJo and Chris about it last week.
Yeah.
Talking about the show, and I love that opening. You nailed that opening.
This year didn't seem like it was going to go by that quickly.
No.
I mean, with everything that's going on lately. But it's been a pretty busy season since we were on the air last spring. This is our first show of the season, the new season. So it's been around. The reason why we're so late is because we were so busy this past summer, which is great. Yeah, which is great.
It's quite spooky.
Yes, I would say so. Things are a little better this year than they were a year ago. I mean, absolutely. We had a lot to deal with about a year ago. I mean, now of course with the virus is under control, sort of. You know, there was no vaccine back then a year ago too. So we had a completely different situation. Everything was virtual, pretty much. But actually, we have a virtual guest tonight. It was a little bit kind of screwed up here for people that are not in the Northeast. We had a huge nor'easter this past week, so one of the guests couldn't make it. And the other guest is coming to us from a fairly long distance from our studio. So So she's going to be appearing virtually, and she's an amazing makeup artist.
I'm so excited.
But we're not just talking glamour makeup here.
No.
Okay, no. We're gonna see what she can really do, and you're gonna be very appreciative of what she can do. Oh, by the way, this guy just kind of straggled in, so I think we'll let him speak now, okay? Because usually we have to keep him on
Wait, this guy's here. You know what they said? We got candy. I was like,
he couldn't even wait. He couldn't even wait for the candy. What's wrong with you, Brian? Okay, see, look at Brian's pail is already like 1/4 empty. He couldn't even wait. He couldn't even wait. Which way to the candy? Yes, look at him. That's your other pail. Booyah. That's Mikey's pail.
That's why I need a pail. Like, I just tie that thing right around my neck, and I'll just walk around and go, "Huss."
Brian, you've got an interesting friend to join you there. Why don't you show them your friend?
Who, Bones?
Bones, yes. Okay, I said there's no animals allowed, but I can't really say that's an animal. So he came in. He came in.
It's a biter. Mike, you go for the jugular.
Oops, sorry. That's Amanda.
Hey, wait a minute. There you
I was
go.
supposed to. We're gonna bring her back in just a couple seconds.
Well,
There's
now
I
you
pressed the
shared
wrong
the
button.
secret. You shared the secret.
I know.
Three ugly guys to the girl. Isn't that a movie?
We got to tease her.
Three men and the baby.
We're going to tease the audience to say, okay, we're going to wait till after the commercial to see what she's all about.
Yeah, right.
Okay, definitely. All right, so here we go. Back to the Three Stooges here.
There you go.
There we go.
Okay, the Three Stooges with Superman. Can you
Superman.
imagine? Okay, picture the Three Stooges as superheroes. That would be fun.
There you go.
Okay,
Can I be Shep? I wanna be Shep.
Mike, what have you been up to? You've been doing a lot of gigs, right?
I've been doing a lot, man. We actually have our Halloween horror cruise coming up on Spirit of Boston. We have the first one coming up tomorrow night, which is actually sold out. But we still have a few tickets left for the 31st, which is the Spirit of Boston Blood Vessel cruise, which is pretty exciting. Yeah,
Sounds spooky, man.
It's awesome, man. We have 3 nights of Halloween party yacht cruise. It's awesome.
I think it's what people need. They need that release.
They in a big way. In a big way.
And by the way, the sound effects are there for real, so nothing going wrong.
The sound effects are real?
No, the sound effects are real.
I get somebody screaming in the other room. Come on.
Well, this place is haunted. The
That's
top
right.
floor burned
It's
down
real.
this building.
The top floor of this
Let me
building
tell you,
burned down.
And there was some people up in there. Something
That's
I don't know
right.
what's going on, but it is spooky. 'Cause
I'm
the
here late
elevator
at night.
goes-
All kinds of crazy things are happening. The elevator runs up and down by itself.
That's what I'm saying. It's
I'm not
weird.
kidding. Seriously though, I have like those infrared security lights.
Yeah.
Okay, once in a while I just peek in, and usually nothing's happening. But
Mm-hmm.
once in a while, you see a lot of crazy things flying around, and there's no bugs in this place at all.
Yeah, it's
Trust me,
weird.
this could be in the middle of the winter too.
Yeah.
Crazy things flying around. I don't know what the heck it is, but
Look at that.
it's not dust. It's just. I'm telling you, it's just very weird.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's creepy.
so we're gonna leave that at that, and we're gonna go to commercial, and we're gonna bring back Amanda. Okay.
Yeah. Someone better look at the 3 mugs.
And
that are on
we're
the
gonna
camera
have to
right
we're
now.
gonna have to take some candy away from Brian,
What are you
otherwise
talking about? I'll be on candy in about 15
yeah,
minutes.
sugar rush all night long. All right, we'll be right back, folks. Stay tuned.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? My. Oh.
They made this blackberry taste exactly like blackberry hint water.
They made this watermelon taste like hint water too.
How'd you farmer wizards make all this fruit taste just like hint water?
Well, we triple irrigate our fruit with hint water in the world's largest biosphere, which modifies the DNA to taste exactly like hint water.
Really?
No.
What a sarcastic farmer.
Hint, water with a touch of true fruit flavor.
Every day,
Millions of people are connecting
and even though we're overcoming obstacles, watching each other's backs,
and banding together.
we should still make an effort
We should still make an effort.
to get to know each other.
On a deeper level.
Father,
Cosplayer,
Mentor.
actor.
it's time we take a step forward.
It's time we take a step forward. Come
Amanda's
together
audio is
and
not
discover
that good,
how
so be
accepting our
careful, guys.
differences can make us stronger.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie. Nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Greg, come on man, let's split a ride home.
Have a minute.
Don't give it time to reload it. Bump all the rules, do it your own way. Oh, you know the conversations I have with the mirror. I just wanna turn on the way up. They be like, hey, what you gonna do with your life? Do with your life. Whatever I want, whatever I want.
Okay, we're back with the Three Stooges, and we're going to welcome Miss Amanda Marie. Amanda, how are you? How you doing tonight? We're going to try to take out the sound effects because it might be easier to hear you that way. So, listen, you're up in New Hampshire right now, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I am.
Now, people probably don't know your face because most of the time when you're on Instagram, you don't look like that, do you? I mean,
no.
people need to go check out her Instagram. I'm going to actually, I'm going to bring up her Instagram. Instagram. There we go. O.A. Marie. So people can check that out while we're talking about it. Okay. And I want you to take a look at all the stuff she has on there. She is an incredible theatrical makeup artist. But you started practicing on yourself, correct? How did you get started with doing makeup? Tell us your story.
Yeah, I started in 2016, and it was around the time where I started to kind of shift away from dance because I went to college for dance, and I pursued that for a few years, and I was getting into teaching, and then life was happening. My childhood dog, we had to put her down, and it was, like one of those moments in life where you feel a little lost, and I was like, I don't know, I want to try something different. And during this time, I think like a year prior, I had volunteered at Barrett's Haunted Mansion.
Barrett's Haunted Mansion. Now, that's a place we know very, very well. We featured Barrett's Haunted Mansion for, I don't know, the past decade, first on Dirty Water News, and then we also brought them here to the Performer Radio Show several times. A lot of them came in character, too. You would have loved that. And I know Mary Barrett very, very well. She's a great person. But, okay, so that kind of inspired you a little bit? You found something you like? Because, okay, first of all, doing the dance and I guess some choreography and other stuff like that, you're obviously a creative person. Okay, and I've always said that creative people are creative in more than one area usually, not just one area.
Mm-hmm.
Just there's usually, okay, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, because the creativity knows no bounds sometimes. So you saw the people at Barrett's, you got inspired. So what happened next?
Well, actually, one of the makeup artists there, Rob Marin, who's like a great friend and mentor, I would say, he painted on my face for the first time a really creepy clown, and I love clowns. And it was just like the first time I was able to actually participate at a haunt. And I used to go all the time when I was younger with my family to Salem, so it was really exciting. I was like, wow, finally I get to, scare people and be in this really cool makeup. And that inspired me like almost a year later. So up to this point of me being like, I need to try something new, I just bought a sample palette of all the colors from Meron, and it was like my early birthday present to myself, and I just was like painting every single day.
So how do you do that? So you just look in the mirror and you say, I can do something with this? Or did something specific give you inspiration for each of the looks? How did that work out for you? Where did you get your inspiration in the beginning?
At that time, I was sitting on the floor in front of my door with like a wall mirror or a door mirror. And I only had one brush, which is the brush that came with. And at that time, it was just kind of like, I liked doing a lot of creepy things. I still like being creepy and scary,
I noticed
as
the
you're
bats in the
familiar
back
with.
of on your lampshade.
Well, she is a
Exactly.
witch, right? I mean, did you see her pictures as a witch?
I saw everything. Don't worry.
Well, not only just a witch. I mean, did you see her full body paint as a snake that she did once?
No way.
We're gonna see some of her work
What
in a
is
little
this
bit.
stuff? And then the last one was Johnny, with like his Johnny like head wound like thing hanging open because he had a big brain.
She's been
I'm
very
like,
creative.
What is this?
Very creative.
So theatrical makeup, I really think you need to empathize. It's not like going to makeup and like making up at wedding or anything like that. It's theatrical makeup, and not only that, you have to be careful about like the chemicals that you use and the paint that you use, and be aware of people's allergies and like. I mean, there's just so many things technical wise that like are different. You know, that you really need to have not only creativity but be smart about what you do, and you've been doing some big things. I mean, from MTV, like the last thing you did. Like these big.
We're gonna get into all that, Brian.
Yeah, you tell us about that
Well,
last show you
we're
did.
gonna kind of gradually build up to the
She's done
finale.
everything. You look at her stuff, and it's just the
It's
breadth of
phenomenal.
your work.
It's
Okay,
phenomenal.
the breadth of the work, I should say, is magnificent because it goes from this high end, sexy snake type person to like uber witch to like something really so macabre. That's like, how do you get there? You know,
It's obvious you like to shock people. That's without a doubt. Okay, we're going to take a look at a couple of these things right now. Okay, just they're not in any specific order. First of all, this is what she normally would look like. I guess you look at your tablet and you you're putting a prosthetic on.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, she looks beautiful now, but when she's getting ready, she kind of looks like this. So
My best. Right there. That's...
So make sure you're not. Somebody just asked me on my text, not the mess. Is she wearing a prosthetic now? No, that's her That's her natural self. Okay, let's take a look at this now. Okay.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
That's like a Mrs. Doubtfire thing going on there. How long would it take for you to develop a look like this? Do you have to perfect it, or are you just kind of winging it as you go along? How does that work for you?
I would say like 85 to 90% of the time, I'm usually winging it and freestyling it. I'll sit down and be like, I might have like a few things in mind and then I'll just go with it. Or I just will like kind of plan what makeup products I want to use and then go with it. Like the recent one that Brian was talking about, Johnny, I started out thinking I wanted to do like a more, I don't even know anymore. It was like a completely different idea that I had in my head, and
So
then I went to
essentially you got
that.
inspired as you went along. Is that correct?
I'm very all over the place. I'm not gonna lie. The only time I really kind of plan things out is like the like Halloween concepts that I've been doing for the last year and this year. I've been planning that out with like a mood board and things that I need. But still, at the end of the day, once I sit down and start applying the makeup, it just changes completely, you know. And I find that for me in my process, everyone's different, but for me, if I'm able to have more like freedom and flexibility, I'm able to achieve kind of more in what's in my head as opposed to drawing it out and kind of constructing it that way.
Okay, so that's a true artist thing. Whatever you feel like in the moment is what you kind of put out there. That's good though. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you have a client, okay, for instance, and the client wants something specific, would you tell the client that, okay, we'll start with that as a base and see where your inspiration goes? Or if they're being really specific, you're just going to follow them to the letter? How would that work if you have like a certain client?
Yeah, if the client wants something specific, then of course we're going to achieve what they want. But if there's kind of like, and this kind of works when I work with Token, who's a rapper artist that we do a lot of work with. For him, he usually has a specific idea, but sometimes within that idea, there's a little more free range to go off of within that. But
cool. By the way, feel free to name drop anytime you want. Okay, that's nothing wrong with that.
I gotta put it out there because you definitely know DJ DeCasso.
DJ DeCasso.
DeCasso is Token's tour DJ.
Oh, I actually haven't met him. I've seen him on set a couple times, and I never knew, but now I do. So that's great.
So she just put a name to the
You
face.
mentioned Token. I thought it was really funny because I was like, oh my gosh, no way. Yeah, he's toured all over with Token. It's amazing. The music they put on, the fact that you do that makeup is crazy cool. That's sick. If you don't know who Token is, check his music out.
Token's one of my favorites to work with too.
Well, that's
He's
your range.
awesome.
That speaks to your range. I think that's what Mike's talking about. Like, you did a thing called Play Cool, and you could be the bride of Frankenstein as well as be Frankenstein. Like, it's
that's good. I mean,
I just don't.
She's been Old Men.
Yeah.
We saw the Old Woman. She's done Old Men. Kind of crazy, freaky
Like the guy from
characters.
Six Flags. but
She's done cartoon characters.
Yeah.
Okay, like she made cartoon characters, and I've noticed a lot of times you've gone back into the old pinup days, and you did some like old pinup characters too, which is amazing.
Yeah.
I'm in awe of your talent. And you've done this in just 5 years. That's
Yeah.
totally amazing to me too. So let's take a look at some more of her work real quickly. This one right here, the Ice Cream Man. That's a little gory looking right there. It's like, okay.
Looks like the ice cream after last night when the power went out. Just,
Exactly.
you know, they had to get rid of all the food. I was only the other day.
Again, that must take forever to do, and not you're not just doing yourself. You're creating a whole set there too, aren't you, to go with it?
Yeah. As of, I think within the last year and a half, I've been getting a little more into set dressing when we're doing music videos, and also I've been really inspired from these two incredible women, Jen and Terry, that we work with now, who are from April May Creative, so they do a lot of set design and kitchen remodelings and all interior decorating and all this, and just observing how they work on set and the things they create within like seconds. It's just been really inspiring to me, and I'm like, wow, I think I can try that and maybe implement that into the characters that I create and really focus more on character development to tie it all in. And I've been having a lot of fun with that. So
talking about the set designing and character development, when you're doing makeup on yourself, obviously the texture is very different. Can you talk about the different applications used for doing set designing versus actually doing your own makeup on the prosthetics and things like that?
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll talk more of like specifically the photo that you just showed. For the set design, we used the great stuff, or the good stuff, the spray adhesive, and I'm in this like Halloween DIY group on Facebook. I don't know how I got there, but I managed to be in there, and everyone uses that stuff for just like witches brew and all this other intestines and crazy stuff for their Halloween decor. And I started piling that on everywhere. I got that ice cream box thing was, you know, like the plastic shelving or drawers, plastic drawers. There was one just like laying around, and I sprayed it silver, and I just put paper to say Drippy Dan's on there.
That's just amazing.
Yeah,
I mean, all the detail that was in there.
And you should see the video. I mean, that's just showing the still. When you see the video with the treatment, the softness on it for Drippy Dan, and like creating that like goosebump thing effect, I just like really creepy and like cool and like that's different.
Let's take a look at a video now. This is not the same video that Brian's talking about, but I want to show people she did a time lapse of her getting made up. So let's take a look at this quickly, and maybe Amanda can talk about it while it's showing. This goes by pretty quickly, but okay, you're putting your hair back, wig. You're putting a
Bald cap.
Bald cap. Got it.
okay.
Yep.
This is gonna be a bobcat.
Bald cap.
Oh, bald cap. Yeah, right. Okay, I'm sorry. We don't know what this is going to end up looking like, but the video is about a minute. So, how long? Okay, horns. Okay, devil-like. How long? Okay, this video is a minute long, but how long was the actual length of time it took you to get all this done?
I think that one's probably like 3.5 hours.
3.5
I
hours.
would say, yeah. Usually, I like minimum time is 3, and then it goes up. I feel like I've been doing makeups quicker. I think just because I'm like, figuring out my face structure and what needs to be here and how to blend it there to make it kind of give the dimension and look that I want. Every face is different, so I think the more
all
that
all the contouring and the lines and the shadowing too you're putting on there. Look at that. Oh my goodness.
Do you win like contests, like Halloween contests with people that you've made up with prosthetics?
I haven't actually pictured one. I need to find out where they are.
Yeah,
I need to
there's a big one at Liberty on Saturday, but like honestly, the good stuff can like win awards. Like I see people going cosplay too, and that's big right now.
Yeah.
And people do a lot of like costumes and stuff, but just the prosthetic ability is like wow.
So that took 3 hours, but like when you just did the ice cream one, that's a set too. So how long did that all take to put it all together?
The set, I would say I did it in small parts, but I think it took me like 2 days in total, but like in only a matter of hours. I think I was spending like maybe 2 hours one day and then another 2 the next day. It was really quick because I used I had a sign already that I got at like a thrift store for the ice cream, and then the tiles, that was from the dollar store. I just got a bunch, put them on a piece of wood. I used a fold-up table and used contact paper.
Yeah, do you ever go like through the dollar store and say, even though you don't need something, or it's like, okay, I can use that for something else?
Everybody goes to the dollar store.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, that's a great place. That's a great place to find stuff to use.
You look at stuff and you're like, that has a completely different purpose, but I think I can turn that into something else, and then it will inspire a whole idea.
Do you go to a lot of flea markets or antique stores or stuff like that too, looking for stuff?
Yeah, sometimes. But
definitely the dollar store.
And the dollar. Yeah.
Family Dollar and Dollar Tree. There you go. One of your best customers.
No one could do that. Come on, let's be serious. Okay, she's so very soft-spoken. Like, oh yeah, I just go to the dollar store to say, come on now. What you do is incredible. It's like, how does Ben feel about all this? Is he?
Well, yeah, you kept saying we. You can talk about who the other partner is in some of this stuff.
Oh yeah. My boyfriend, he helps take photos of me. Ben Prue, who's I also work alongside with for all the videos and stuff. He helps me take photos sometimes when I really can't, or if I need something that's like a wider shot. And he helps a lot. He laughs every time I come out of the door. The only time he's not really a fan is if I like try to hug him when I'm a man. He's just like, or I look like him.
Right. That's like, whoa, wait a minute, you dress like a guy.
Oh, I got one for you. Why didn't you do him someday and see what his reaction will be?
I did. I created myself as him last year for Halloween, and he thought it was very weird.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Weird for him.
If he's in love with himself, it would be his dream come true. But that'd be good.
Yeah, and we had like the Halloween get together too, and other people that were there at the time, they thought they were like, who's this little man? They didn't even know who I was, but I was just some strange little man.
They didn't see the resemblance, huh?
Well, that's probably a good compliment, right? I mean, if you can't recognize the person whatsoever.
Who's this little man?
You can like rob banks, like that's what you can do, and like no one knows. Like, I mean, seriously, like as an old lady, then you could like jump over the counter or something like that. And you wouldn't know. It's so good. It's like you could get a blue plate special, probably at the better price with that makeup on, and there'd be no can I see a license or anything like that, right? I mean,
Yeah, seriously.
Really?
No.
Senior discount?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to the dollar store. I go, hey, do I get a discount?
You're gonna get a discount on $1? Come on, Brian. How
Yeah.
cheap are you?
She buys a lot. I got a feeling that, like, for the props and the sets, she sometimes buys a lot of stuff.
I gotta save 10 cents, you know?
Yeah, that's right. Save 10 cents. Right. Okay. Quick question here. Okay, so all this stuff you do, I know it enriches you and you get enjoyment out of it, but what else do you get out of it besides an amazing portfolio? Is this like your calling card for get other work, or how does this work for you as far as your career is concerned?
Yeah, I think, and I've always believed this, or it's true to me at least, and what I believe in, even before doing makeup, is if I'm posting my work consistently, that to me is like every poster, everything that I create and share could possibly be an open opportunity somewhere, because you never know who sees it. And for me, consistency is very important. Like, I know a lot of people, especially during this day and age, people are creating to just kind of get that spark and that like hot moment, and then what? You know, I believe if you keep on working and putting stuff out, you end up building a lot of substance there and a lot of respect for the people who are following your work, and that lasts a lot longer than just like the quick validation, and that's really important to me, especially with my work as well.
Answer. That's a very good answer, Amanda. Very good. So just quick question. Do you look like this when you wake up in the morning, or just this?
Yeah,
That'd be awesome. Like, you dress like that and then go to sleep, and then Ben wakes up and he's like, oh my goodness. You know?
All right. I know I've got these two clowns in front of me, but we're going to send in some other clowns right now. Let's take a look at these. You love clowns, like you said. This is just bizarre. First of all, the guy on the left, he needs new hairstyles. The guy in the middle, I like.
The Mohawk Skeet, I think.
Yeah, whatever that is. I like that. That's actually working for that dude. Okay.
Yeah.
But, what is going on inside your mind, girl?
That's the insane clown posse. She must like that band, right?
I only know like one.
Okay.
I nice Pete, but for those in particular, that I created all those during quarantine, and I was like, I'm gonna try using more prosthetics, because I think before then I never really got into using prosthetics. So I just got those, and I picked ones out that I specifically wanted to try and turn them into more clown-like characters, because those are like for other types of characters. Like, they have examples of what they do with them, but you never really see clowns in those.
I was just looking at the teeth. I mean, is that uncomfortable? Looks like you have to wear that for hours, but how does it affect your face?
Those were all those teeth are prosthetic, and I just painted the prosthetic.
But does it get uncomfortable under there for hours when you're under a prosthetic?
It can.
Especially, I'm assuming, on a hot day, right?
Yeah, and also, you know, if it's covering your eye or your teeth or your mouth, you can't really drink anything. So I think, you know, kind of depends on what you're doing with the character. But those were, you know, just for photos, and not doing too much with them.
Okay, so let's talk more about the videos now. Now, you've segued from doing it on yourself most of the time, like several years ago. Now you're doing it on other people. How has that changed for you? I mean, is it like looking in a mirror, or do you feel more uncomfortable doing or less uncomfortable doing it on somebody else? How's that been working out?
It's been more of a challenge, I would say. And I know I've had people say to me, like, what? I would think doing it on yourself is a lot harder. And honestly, I find it easier on myself, because I already have gotten to know my facial structure and like what looks right, because you know, if I were to do a skull on myself, it can be very different on somebody else's face of how I do it on mine. So every person is a new challenge, and it's a little intimidating, a little bit, but you just got to go in with confidence and, you know, just and work your way through it. But it's always fun because you learn about different facial features and trying to adapt quickly, which is really important.
Excellent. So, in a situation like that, do you find that the people you are working with are being patient, or do they get a little impatient in the process? Because it's a long process. How do they feel when they're sitting in the chair for so long?
I think it depends on the person. There's been some that are very impatient and like to move around a lot and kind of just, you know, get really distracted, and it gets a little challenging. But again, that's just, you know, another thing you have to adapt to, and it's really good to build that skill of working around that. But there's also a lot of people who are very calm and relaxed and just are very comfortable with letting you do what you got to do and help out.
Excellent. So you talk about the hours and hours worth of work, and then you get to that video, that segment's like a few minutes, you know, but it just really hits it out of the park. You know, it's like, like, whoa, it's like, look at the detail in that, you know, but you work for days, like Drippy Dan, you work for 2 days, and it's in a video for how many minutes, you know, and
or seconds.
Yeah.
That's like the puppet makeup I did with Yaya for World of Dance. I painted her as a wooden puppet, and that was like 10 hours long, and we had done that twice, and that was.
I saw the one, the wood display.
Yeah,
so it looked like
it's kind of like a female Pinocchio or something.
Yeah, it was just, look at it, it looked like is it wood? I mean, what's
really?
Yeah, was that good?
It's like, whoa.
Yeah, was that good?
Well, you did scarecrow ones too on yourself, right?
Yeah.
And you were hanging
Yeah.
like, in a cornfield, and I'm like, yeah, this isn't scary. You know, no, it's not scary. It's be fine.
Wow.
You know, I know people that would jump out of their skin and run down the street if they saw that. That's all I'm saying.
Definitely.
You know?
Definitely around here.
Do you ever do anything at Salem? Do you ever go around with?
She said she likes Salem.
Yeah, but you ever do your designs and like, because if you took those 3 clowns down the street in Salem, it would blow people away. I mean, it's just. It would just tell me you wouldn't want to stop. Hey, can I get a photo with that?
Oh, definitely.
That would be because the ones that are there, they do makeup, but they're not like that.
Not like that. No.
No.
Well, that's why she's doing what she's doing now. Now, the hardest music video that you've worked on, what was that? Was that the Lucas Joyner, the Joyner one?
Let me think about this one.
The genie. We can't. By the way, I wish we could show these, but we can't because of copyright violations, and Facebook would shut us down. Yeah, but you can go see it on YouTube, right?
Yeah, I would say. Yeah, I would say that was probably one of the most challenging ones, only because I've also had been dipping into like wardrobe as well, and like sewing things and like custom making things. That one, it was very quick, having to again like to adapt because there was so many different looks and things had to get done really quick, and we had to be really conscious about his facial hair at the time and how we were scaling it down. And I worked with his barber to kind of help with one of the hair pieces. I think it was for the Pursuit of Happiness one, and that was very challenging, especially because in the amount of time we had. There was a lot. It was
so that,
both
for people
wardrobe.
That want to look for it, that's Joyner Lucas Will. So it was a sort of like a parody or satire on Will Smith, right? Correct.
It was a tribute.
Tribute. That's okay. Tribute. Yeah, I worked with Will Smith way back in the '80s, so I know the kid.
The Fresh Prince.
The Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Way back. Way back. I was the first one to bring him to Boston. That's an entirely different show. Some other time. But yes.
The other more challenging one probably would have had to have been like maybe 30 people with token between that and Treehouse, because we literally did 30 different characters for him, and they weren't like super detailed or cool and crazy, but it was like, again, with wardrobe and just constant characters.
Well, you have
and
sometimes,
Tree
like you're a creative, but they have people on the set that like they watch the time, because they have photographers, film design, you have hair and makeup. Like people really should understand what it takes to present something properly. I mean, there's a lot of people, a lot of mechanics. So you're a piece of that mechanics. It's like you got a job to do. I got 30 looks. Okay.
Yeah, and sometimes you don't have the preparation time that people think you would. Sometimes it's the day before or the day of. I just remember on Will, we like had gotten, for example, for like the Wild Wild West one, we had ordered the exact pair of sunglasses. It was on eBay, so it was like I think it was the sunglasses from Wild Wild West. They like did like a promo thing back when the movie came out. We ordered it, came in, and we got an action figure instead. I don't know how that happened, but the guy ordered. So we had to go and run to find sunglasses, and I was taking
So you tried to match them
buttons
as
off.
much as possible, didn't you? The
Say that
outfits.
again?
You tried to match the outfits as much as possible. That much detail. Yeah.
Really, the Bad Boys belt for that scene, I got 2 different belts and constructed a whole new belt and started gluing on the little beads just to make it look exact. It was a lot of work, but came out great, and it was falling apart.
You pay attention to detail, and that's why you're so good. Okay. I mean, you're going down to sunglasses and belts and everything else like that.
I was going to say, it's not just the detail, it's the minor details.
Right, the minor
micro
details.
that
Yeah.
are just-
It's a thing that no one really cares about too much, but it just tops it off sometimes,
Right. Well, I mean, that's how much you care about your craft, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Did you work on the J. Cole and Joyner Lucas video, Your Heart? Did you work on that one too?
I
You
did,
I can't hear.
yeah.
You. Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
That was starring Marissa Pert, who we've been working with a few years back too, before she moved to Atlanta. So I want to say congratulations to Marissa for being in that video. She went hog wild in that video, didn't she? I bet a lot of those had to be one take too, right? Were a lot of those one take?
Yep. Jen and Terry that we work with of April May Creative, they did all for like the house in like the White House of all the destruction. They did all the set pieces. They furnished the whole place for it to be destroyed. So.
Yeah, so people should check that out on YouTube too. It's J. Cole and Joyner Lucas, Your Heart. So all these videos you can go watch on YouTube after we're done here. So what's in the future now for you, Amanda Marie? What's going to happen? Where do you see yourself going?
Well, right now we have a video coming up in LA they'll be doing zombie makeup on, so that'll be fun. Excited about that. Finishing up my Halloween concept series. I'm a little behind, but I finished that up because Halloween is only a few days, which is crazy. This whole month has just gone by so quickly. But for the future, I want to, of course, keep working on music videos because I love it so much. But we are in the process right now of having a new studio in Bedford, New Hampshire, which is called Studio NH. Ben has gotten this great studio, and we're building a psych wall right now, which is going to be really exciting. And I'm actually sitting in the makeup room. Can't really.
Yeah, I noticed the chair in the background. Yes, I noticed the chair in the background. That's a very comfortable looking makeup room, definitely. And
yeah, it's in the process right now. We're going to be utilizing it as makeup, hair, and photography. So if someone, doesn't have a particular budget for the psych wall, or if it's booked out that day, they can come in here and use it as well. If they don't need makeup, they can just pull down the backdrop and they can edit in here. It's kind of like a one-stop shop.
That's kind of similar to what we are, but we're more of a broadcast kind of outlet here in the studio. But we have the same thing: photo studio, TV studio, radio studio, which is right here, all that stuff. Same thing. Like I said, but we're more broadcast focused, and we do more stuff for corporate things, corporate clients too as well.
Well, she
But
started off.
we still like the creative stuff though.
Did you start doing zombie stuff with yourself like years ago, like a decade ago, like doing like just zombie paint?
No, she said she started in 2016.
Yeah, but I felt like she was doing.
You can talk about your previous. I mean, you actually went to college for dance, right? To was it Dean Junior College or Dean College?
Yeah, Dean College. I think I had done like this zombie look, but honestly, it was just me like patting eyeshadow on my face to look really dirty, and I think that was in like 2013 or 14.
Okay,
I think maybe
that's
a
little bit. But it all starts somewhere, you know. Like it doesn't. You don't just become great overnight, you know.
What would you turn Brian into? Okay, take a look
someone skinny.
Take a look at Brian. What would you do to this guy? What would you make him look like? I'm just curious to see what could you do with that face and that. Okay,
gosh. No, I don't
we already know what Superman looks like.
What is that?
Anything. I don't know.
Hello. This Mike, you put me in a tough spot here because I'm scared.
I'm looking at that big canvas over there, and I'm like, what would she do with a canvas
like
that?
She's
thinking about it now.
The eyebrow goes up. I'm like,
oh God.
Uh-oh.
The creative mind is rolling now.
Exactly,
Be careful there, dude. You might get some good concepts for next year, Brian, for Halloween. We'll see. Yeah. Okay. Hey, listen, Amanda, thank you very much for joining us tonight. I know you're busy and you're trying to get ready for that Halloween situation going on, but I really do appreciate it. We like to have fun down here, especially around Halloween.
And during the rough times. Rough times.
Rough.
Come on, this is a big spot. He was waiting all night.
Oh, good for you, Brian. But I want to say thank you. Keep creating. Keep doing what you're doing. We love it down here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, we may not be commenting all the time, but we're paying attention, and I think just keep following that path because you're on a great path right now. Yeah. And I hope you're on the big major motion pictures.
Well, there's a
within
movie out there called FX. Did you ever see the movie FX with the guy who's a special effects guy?
I saw that years ago.
Yeah. It's an older movie, but it's called FX. And they hunted this guy down. They thought he was a murderer. He was framed for murder, but he got himself out with his own creations. Like he just created different looks. You got to see it. FX.
Okay, sounds like a plan. Let's hope you're not going to rob any banks anytime soon.
No, she needs to be in LA. She needs to be in LA.
I'm not. Yeah, absolutely.
Doing that zombie stuff, because that's a set with maybe like 40 or 50 different people doing hair and makeup, and she would go in there, and I think that they would say, "Hey, wait a minute, who's that girl?" Because that's some crazy stuff.
Well, don't shy away from being in front of the camera too once in a while as yourself, because you're a very attractive young lady, and like I said again,
no bones about it.
Keep doing it. We're gonna hear this all night from this guy. All these stupid puns. Okay, Amanda, have a great weekend. Stay safe. Don't get too cold up there in New Hampshire this winter. We hope to have. Hopefully, maybe you and maybe Ben someday can come down, take a visit here. We can interview Ben at some other point and pick his brain a little bit.
When they do the next big thing. Yeah, well, because you will.
You guys already are doing the next big thing, so that's awesome. But good luck to both of you. Good luck with the new studio up in New Hampshire, and keep going, keep rolling. Okay, we're gonna take another commercial break, and I'll come back with these two clowns in just a few seconds.
Bye bye. He gets no love. I tell you.
Well done, my friend. I've been practicing. You know, blackberry hint water tastes more like fresh blackberries than the blackberries in my pie.
Really?
Yeah. Taste for yourself.
I believe I will.
And?
Delicious. Just blackberries. No sugary stuff. You know, my cherry hint water tastes more like cherries than the ones in my pie.
I'll be the judge of that.
You're gonna have a lot of people tuning in. Not really.
You're right.
You gotta get on the
cherry hint water
platforms
tastes
as
more
quickly
like
as possible.
cherries, not like that sugary cherry stuff in your pie.
Seems impossible.
We should double check.
Yeah, you can pick up your pails and go through them now,
Hint,
Brian. You ready?
water with a touch
Say
of true
something for
fruit
being on
flavor.
air.
STEM is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space.
I know Brian's always ready.
Dare to program something
Brian, you working on
internet-breaking,
Tuesday?
record-breaking. Dare
Brian.
to blow their minds. Dare to learn the
Working on
difference
Tuesday?
between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring.
Wicked Bites.
Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
For decades, Alba Restaurant has been a premier dining destination on the South Shore. Located in the heart of Quincy, and now with a second location in Hanover, Alba Restaurant has something on the menu to satisfy every palate. From sumptuous flame-broiled steaks, to freshly caught cold water seafood, to vine-ripened and hand-picked vegetables grown on our seasonal roof deck, you can be confident that your meal at Alba will be a truly pleasurable dining experience. Alba also offers private dining rooms and function options. Both Alba locations are open 7 days a week. For more information, please visit either of our websites at albaquincy.com or albaon53.com.
Scott's always last minute, just like.
It's time to make an informed decision about COVID-19 vaccines. The dangerous new Delta variant is more than twice as contagious as the original virus and can affect anyone. Right now, 9 out of 10 hospitalizations and deaths from COVID are among unvaccinated people. Getting vaccinated might save your life, and there's now an option that's fully approved by the FDA. Learn more at getvaccineanswers.org.
Okay, that crunching you hear, that's Brian's mouth. Eating all the candy. Look at these. He couldn't even. Brian, show them the pail. What, you got to get nerds right now?
I love nerds.
Yeah, well, you are a nerd, so.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You are what you eat, right?
That's right.
Oh God, I know. It's really bad, isn't it?
What sugar high?
Okay, we're gonna bring the spooky music back again.
Yeah. This place is spooky enough. It's already haunted.
Hey, there's a slide of Amanda Marie that I didn't show, and I just want to say, okay, Brian, she's always going to be watching you. Isn't that sick?
Come on now.
Oh, that's her.
That's her whole face.
Yes. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
The girl is so talented. Seriously.
Oh,
yeah.
Wild.
Super. All right. I was going to ask her about that one, but we kind of went a little over on what we wanted to ask her, but that's okay.
Well, I think we wanted to know what she's doing.
I hope we can have her back here, maybe do a makeup demonstration in studio.
Oh, that would be so cool.
Would
I
it?
think Mike and I was so quiet during the whole thing. We were just sitting there trying to listen to her, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, interesting stuff.
Creative people, man. They just blow my mind of what they can think of, and then they try to better themselves all the time. That's the beauty of it. It's like, okay, I can do better next time.
But she does it unconsciously. I
know.
She just like
just kind of
build
build
on
on
what
it.
she thinks. When you told her that, like you can see like her eye going. And, like,
Yeah, I know.
I think I
It's
think
like,
I know
ooh,
what
challenge.
I'm doing with that. I'm like, oh,
big challenge.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I'm like, I don't know.
Probably,
You know?
I can picture you now, Brian. Maybe it's like different types of candy bars all over your face. What you guys get some nice treats there? What do you got?
I got Butterfingers, got Nerds. We got some.
Well, show them.
We got some Stabbers. Well, it's all gone. I already ate it all. No one wants to see you already eating candy.
Mike, what do you got over there?
Nerds.
Well, I didn't.
I know. I hit the nerd wagon too.
Dude, right?
I did.
You know what? Something about it.
That's Amanda's gone now, but okay.
I did.
There we go.
I hit the nerd wagon too. Guilty.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
At
All
least
right.
it's not a chandelier.
Oh.
What?
You guys are making me hungry. We haven't eaten dinner yet, so.
No, so
we're probably gonna eat all.
Actually, I ended up walking into a chandelier. I don't know. Yeah, there it is. There it is.
That's not an effect.
See it? That's not an effect.
Nope.
I literally split my head wide open.
Nice.
30 stitches, Mike.
Great for Halloween, but what about the other 364 days?
Well, I tell you what he's going to do.
Keep pressing the wrong button.
He's going to be doing that cruise this weekend.
Yep.
Right, for that haunted stuff.
Yep.
We got the Liberty Hotel in Stewart again on Saturday night. They're doing a haunted event over there. So there's a couple of things going on in town. It's starting to come back together. So I fun stuff.
Saturday night's not going to be that. What do you do if there's inclement weather? I think we might get another storm.
Not really do anything, you know.
I actually know what you could do.
What?
You could head over to Mohegan Sun. Are
you gonna be
the weekend? And but one of my mentors, Jim Spinato, is going to be doing a hypnosis show. There's going to be comedy magic over at Comics Comedy Club.
Okay.
So those are definitely the things to check out. You can go to the comics website to get tickets for the cruises, for the Halloween cruises. Just click the link in my bio on Instagram, or go to bostonnightlife.com. You could also go to Jammin' Wizard, which is JAMMINWIZARD. And then you could actually even catch me tonight on Sound Unit Radio from 10 to midnight.
Yeah, Mike's rushing out the door right afterwards.
Yeah.
That's why he's got the Superman
me
cape
too.
on. He's
Yeah,
going to
me too.
fly
Me too.
over to the next, just basically flying over the next room, right?
No, man. I mean, I'm going to be doing I do the Throwback Thursdays, and today actually marked my 1-year anniversary.
Oh, congratulations.
For Sound Unit Radio.
Oh, awesome.
Very good.
Yeah.
Good for you.
1-year anniversary.
What do you get for a 1-year anniversary of being a DJ?
As a
Vinyl?
mixer on Sound Unit, yeah, pretty much. What we're gonna do is they have what I'm getting for myself as the 1-year gift is a
8K TV.
Actually,
a $5,000 8K TV.
That too.
For $1,400.
But yeah, that was my Halloween. That was my trick or treat. I treated myself for that.
There you go.
But no, honestly, I'm actually gonna get myself custom vinyls. Which
Oh,
is
very
pretty
good.
Exciting.
Oh,
So-
I like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, the soundbar came in yesterday.
Oh, they did.
Whoa, see?
Excellent. Wait a minute. More treats.
Okay, folks. Just so you know the backstory, these guys work at Best Buy, and it's like a geek's dream come true.
It's a
Anytime
cult
gear
of
comes
geeks.
in,
Yeah.
they get all excited. It's like
Well, you're the same way. You just bought like 17 cameras.
Yeah, but I don't
Sit
work
there
at
putting the
Best
fingers-
Buy. I
This
don't
is
work
called
at Best Buy.
deflection. This is a
No, it's not
camera.
deflection. I
It's
don't work at
deflection.
Best Buy.
It's true.
I buy them because I need them,
Oh, okay.
not because I want them.
I need.
There's a difference.
Wait a minute though. With
Go
the
ahead.
TV that I have, you need to have the right sound bar.
Well, I'm not saying that's not true, but
You need to have the right sound. He does.
okay, right.
Well, let's hope everybody gets
it
back
becomes
online,
a
right?
downward spiral.
It
Mike.
does. It's so bad.
First off, yeah,
I got
You get
the
sucked into it.
Look, the pandemic made me do it. I was perfectly fine DJing and doing magic, and all of a sudden, everything stopped. So
Right.
I had to find a job. What did I find? Geek Squad.
There you go. There you go.
It works. It works. I actually really like it.
Yeah.
I really do. I don't.
Well, it's
mind
fun. You learn something new every day. And a lot of people. Let's just hope everybody gets back online again soon. There's a lot of people out there without power. I got 2 guys working at my house right now. 2 of my friends because their power's out for a week. You know, so it's like.
Oh, so you put them to work at your house?
No, they're actually working on the computers. Like,
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
because
Okay,
they-
working
yeah,
on the
it's
computer. Okay, I see what you
crazy.
meant. When you say working on your house, I know you're doing renovations.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
like saying,
no,
okay,
I can't get those guys.
you give them a meal and they put them to
I
work.
know. I got
Okay,
a
I like
boiler guy last
I like
week
your
that's
style,
good.
Brian. I like your style.
Yeah, there you go.
That's it. I mean, I'm without power too at my house.
Help
It's
people
been
out.
3 days now
Yeah, you gotta help people out.
since
you know.
Tuesday.
Well, at least you got a studio you can go to, right?
My neighbor got hit hard. A tree right through the middle of the house. So not too far from me. About maybe a couple
Count your
hundred feet.
blessings, people.
Yeah. Well,
know?
I've had trees fall, but not hit the house. Thank God. I cut all the trees close to the house.
Right, you got to do that. You got
'Cause I'm a smart boy. I know what
Yeah,
wind does in certain
exactly.
situations.
Well, all the leaves were full. I mean,
Right.
none
It
of
was
the
like
leaves fell off
sales.
trees.
Yeah, it just took off. Yeah. Mike, did you fare okay at your? Well, you got a condo now, right?
Yeah, I have a condo now, but we were actually supposed to have tree removal done this past week, and because of all the rain, it just did not happen.
And those tree removal guys might be busy for the next few weeks.
We
Just
there's
throwing it out
been some
there.
pretty wild weather all across the United States. San Francisco area this past
Everywhere.
week. We saw that on the game the other day, and
They had
out in Dallas and Houston areas.
Oh man,
It's
Well,
been
even
crazy.
Washington State all the way down. They had that storm come in. It was just
Was that Brian's stomach we just heard?
Yeah.
It's
You know,
growling.
that's right. I'm hungry. Let's get out of here. On that note.
It's growling. Yes.
On that note.
All right.
Don't let me get skinny like this guy.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Next week on this spot, we're going to be alternating with the Night Moves show.
Hey,
You know, so back and forth, former Night Moves.
Okay.
So no, we'll be back with the Night Moves show for the first episode of the season for that. Brian's got to go feed the dog, walk the dog, and whatever. Feed me.
I think it's too late.
Yes. And talk about being anorexic.
Yeah,
yeah, and so it's going to be alternating, and then we've got a couple new shows coming in. Hopefully, by the time January rolls around. The reason I'm saying that is because we're actually preparing our brand new TV channels, which are going to be up and running hopefully soon. It's just been a lot of work to put them all together, and we got a lot of other work we have to take care of for paid clients and things like that. So, trying to triage everything as much, and then we get big nor'easters thrown in our face and stuff like that. So it's
power.
It kind of puts a damper on things, doesn't it, Mike?
It does.
Yeah. So
he's looking at me.
Yeah, I know.
I think he needs dinner.
He's just.
Say, look at this guy. I'm gonna go with a juggler.
Okay.
Well, there was
All
a
right.
guy that just ended up.
We better feed this guy
right?
because he's going on the sugar high right now.
Yeah.
We need to get some coffee in him or something. Yeah, we
And
gotta
you know what? Exciting
dissolve
stuff.
the
We'll
sugar.
be back again at Barrett's next year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hope
It's gonna
so.
be up
I
again.
hope so. I mean,
And you
we
know
love
what?
that place. We love
Yeah.
this time of year to begin with. Okay. And to the guests that couldn't make it, we'll try and get her on some other time. But yeah, she was stuck, literally stuck. She can't leave her driveway.
Yeah.
This tree down in the driveway. But that's what happens. So until next week, folks, have a safe week. Those of you that aren't without power, hopefully you get to see this later on Facebook. And we will be back in a couple of weeks with something new. It'll be fashion based. I'll just let you know right now.
Hey, okay.
Yeah. Hey. Okay. And hey, have a great Halloween. Again, stay safe, stay warm, stay dry, because we got more rain coming in the Boston area this weekend. And to everyone else in the other area, enjoy the weather wherever you are. Okay. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
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 Bye-bye.